Hey everybody, my name's Craig Saloner. I'm really excited to have you here at the first episode of the Basics of Creating Wealth. And really what I want to talk about today is some money. You guys ready to talk about money and our relationship to money? Most of us don't realize we actually have a relationship with money. We know we have relationship with our spouses and relationship with our children and relationship with our boss. But how many of us have really taken an idea that we've got this constant interaction with money and that we're in relationship with money and that every day we interact with it? Every day we're paying rent, we're paying for our gym membership, we're making decisions on money. So we're in this constant dialogue, this constant determination about what we're going to do with our money, how we're going to spend it, how we're going to relate to it. And so one of the questions, and the first questions that I ask is, how's your relationship with money? Do you love money? Do you hate money? Is money a necessary evil? Are you passive aggressive with money? Do you pay your bills with a smile on your face? Or do you pay your bills with a bit of an anger behind it? Like, oh man, I have to pay this bill today. Is it healthy and nurturing? And like every relationship, it takes time to nurture. You don't just wake up one day and you're madly in love and your relationship's beautiful and everything's wonderful. It takes discipline, it takes effort. You need to put attention on it. You need to communicate about it. You need to understand what's really going on in the relationship to make it good. One of the key understandings is, what is the internal belief systems that keep the relationship going? And what are our belief systems around money? Let's take in some examples about some of the belief systems that people have with money. I could believe that wealthy people aren't happy, or it takes money to make money, or rich people are greedy. Or my favorite one, money is the root of all evil. And it's just for a minute, suppose that money is the root of all evil, and that is a belief system that you're holding in the back of your subconscious. You may know it, you may not know it, but I can give you all the tools in the world. I can give you all the belief, I can give you all the processes to make money, to help money grow. I can give you all the best money management system in the world. But as long as you're holding that subconscious belief that money is the root of all evil, and you don't want to be evil, well, guess what's going to happen? Subconsciously, you're going to sabotage. Subconsciously, you're going to get rid of that money. You're just not going to allow it to enter your being. Your relationship is going to be affected. Where do we get our belief systems about money? I mean, let's talk about that. Where did we get this, what we call a money blueprint? The money blueprint is the collection of belief systems that have formed this back-end subconscious that then creates our current reality. Who are our teachers? Our parents. Do we get it from the church or the synagogue? Our buddies, media? How many of those people that we got these imprints from had a good relationship with money themselves? So we got taught by people who didn't really understand the game, who didn't really understand the rules, imprinted us these non-supportive belief systems, which created a distorted or dysfunctional relationship. And we wonder why we walk around confused and angry and shaking our fist. You're subject to these rules whether you like it or not. You're subject to the game, and it is a game. Money is this game. It's this constant play. But with the belief systems that don't support it, there's no way we can play the game properly. And so part of this course, the next 6 weeks, is going to be a duality between the internal, really looking at what's going on inside of us, as well as the external and the real rules, the real criteria. I often call these the man-made laws of money versus the spiritual laws of money. The spiritual laws being the internal work, and the man-made laws being the external work. One of the most prevalent belief systems that the majority of humanity faces And a big part of my mission on this planet is to uproot the scarcity paradigm that exists. The scarcity paradigm is based on two things, and this comes from a phenomenal book that I'm actually giving as homework, which is The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist, and she talks about it. The scarcity paradigm is, A, there is not enough. Right? Think about that. There's not enough money. There's not enough time. There's not enough sex. There's not enough resources. There are not enough members. Really sit with that for a second. That there's not enough. The second real prevalent belief in the scarcity paradigm is that more is better. So you combine these two, that there's not enough and that more is better, and what happens to us? Let's talk about us from an individual, and then we'll talk about us, what happens as a society. If there is not enough and more is better, then I'm constantly seeking and searching and acquiring and consuming. I'm never really satiated. I'm never really here or present. I'm constantly looking for more. I'm constantly looking to make more so that I can spend more. Because there's never enough, I'm going to hold it tight. I'm going to tighten up. I'm going to not share. I'm not going to let it be fluid. Because what's important is more is better. I'm going to more. And this is so prevalent in our society, in this consumer nation, and our advertising world, and our media drills it down our throat every single day. There's not enough and more is better. We live in this constant sense of survival. This never-ending idea of competition, that there's not enough and more is better. And it's destroying our soul, and it's destroying our planet. And how much do we really need? So part of what we're going to be doing is really looking at our scarcity paradigm. Because what we want to do is we want to move out of the scarcity and into the sufficiency. Right? How much do we really need? And how can we sit and how can we create a time and a space and a financial future that we feel satiated with? Because there's two ways of making money. There's two ways of achieving financial freedom, and we'll go into this much more, but you can make more or you could spend less. And we want to do both of those. We want to become good stewards of money rather than gatherers. We want money to become fluid. We want money to move through us. You know, the funny thing about money is that we don't actually want money. What we want is the feeling that money buys. I'm going to repeat that. We don't want money. We want the feeling that money buys. And what's that feeling? Freedom. Probably the biggest, right? Freedom to travel, freedom to buy what we want, freedom to share and love and give and do. So a big part of what we're going to do as well is we're going to focus on the feeling. I want everybody to take a minute and close their eyes. And I want you to feel abundant. I want you to really feel what it feels like to be abundant. Right now. I want you to feel what it feels like to be free. Imagine that was your reality now. Now feel that. And have that expand in your energetic field. We know from the quantum field, we know from quantum theory, that if you can hold that energetic feeling, then what ends up happening is that the wealth starts coming to you. That as we begin to hold that feeling of abundance and freedom and magic and majesty, we begin to attract that to us. And so as we begin to hold the feeling and hold the energetic field, more begins to come with us. And we don't want to become money monks. On the contrary, I'm a huge believer in large amounts of cash. I want lots and lots of money. I want us to attract money. I'm teaching this because money is important. Money is an energy. Money is a beautiful thing in this world. It really is. It's just energy. It's neither here nor there. You know, it can be used to build bombs, or it can be used to build trees. I don't know if that you build trees, but you plant trees. And I believe that the more money that we can have, and the more conscious we can become about money, and the less we can realize that money is not about more stuff, but it's about more movement of energy. It's about more creation. It's about the things we can do. It's about the world we can create. And I know that everybody watching this has got a heart of gold. I know that deep down we're all beautiful souls, and we can move out of scarcity paradigm and into sufficiency paradigm. We can realize it's not about the consumption for more stuff, but it's the consumption so we can begin to share it and redistribute it and to do the things, to do the good work on this planet that we were meant to do. That's the game. It takes energy, and energy is money. Money is energy. What we focus on expands. The more abundant, the more abundance comes. Yeah? It's good. We're going to start working on our internal belief systems. We're going to start, I am a good steward of money. I am a beautiful holder. Money brings goodness and love. There's enough for everybody. We've got to begin moving into deeper and wider ability to hold. And that's the internal work. That's this deep internal work that we've got to go through. And we've got to start it now. And when you start spending that money, I want you to put a smile on your face. And I want you to thank AT&T for your cell phone service. And I want you to thank Whole Foods for the beautiful organic food. Rather than complain that it's too expensive or it's a whole paycheck. Pay attention to the minutiae. Pay attention to the belief systems. Begin to identify where those belief systems came from. Because they're non-supportive, many of them. My mother and my father fought about money, and money therefore causes pain, and I don't want pain, therefore I don't want money. It's a belief system. It can change. Change the belief system that money is freedom and abundance and love, and I can share and give and create. So today's piece is really about us just getting some consciousness about what's going on in our internal being. Over the next 5 weeks, I'm going to teach you a system. I'm going to put in a money management system, and we are going to help you to create all of the methodologies needed to create long-lasting wealth. The man-made systems, the rules of the game. I'm going to teach them to you as I've been taught by some of my great mentors. And it's not so complicated. It takes discipline, and it takes time, and it takes like everything. We've got to build our relationship. Oh my God, I love money. I love money. I love life. I'm a good steward of money. I've got a system. Money works hard for me. I don't always have to work hard for my money. And now I'm going to build a system that's going to allow that, creating ongoing financial freedom, creating streams of passive income that are that are compounded on an annual basis. Money making money. Because it's a system, and we were never taught the system. I'm going to give you a number. We're going to find a number where you're like, oh man, if I hit that number, I'm taken care of. And that's going to be your own internal number where you feel sufficient. And with all that sufficiency, it's going to allow your nervous system to settle. And it's going to be great. Because you know you're doing the work, the internal work, the external work. You're looking at your relationship to money as you look at your relationship with your children or your relationship with your spouse, and you're interacting and you're dancing with it in a different way, and it's so exciting. Because when you love money, money's going to love you. When you love life, life's going to love you. When you open to God and all the beauty and the goodness, and you step into your divine, then God helps and dances with you and creates abundance. And it doesn't have to be tomorrow. Tap into that feeling right now. Tap into that feeling of abundance. Right now, you can do it at any time. Because you are. Don't let the media fool you that you need this or that or the next thing to be happy. That's the joke. That's the matrix that has kept us enslaved. We're going to let the nervous system settle. We're going to give you the rules of the game. And we're going to go out and create abundance for ourselves and for the planet. So I've got homework for you. You're going to receive a money belief sheet. It's going to go through some common belief systems, and you're going to rate them from 1 to 10. And you're going to think about them. And you're going to play them over in your head, and during your week you're going to go through it, and you're going to go, oh wow, I'm going to start shining light into dark corners that maybe you haven't looked at before. And as you start shining light, awareness leads to consciousness, leads to changing belief systems, leads to new realities, leads to new thoughts, leads to new feelings. You're going to be able to hold that system of abundance much better. We're going to go into delving. I'm also going to send you a questionnaire on scarcity and sufficiency and where those are showing up in your life. I want you to please go out and purchase the book called The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. You can buy it on Amazon or anywhere. And this book really is the essence of what I'm talking about. So they're books on all sorts of financial tools and financial methodologies of investing and creating passive income. But what I'm most interested in, and if I can shift anything, is this idea of moving from scarcity to sufficiency. And I'm super grateful that I'm doing that in my life. And as a result of that movement, to know that I'm taken care of, that I'm abundant, that I don't need another $1 million to make me feel whole or complete, because that's a never-ending game. But to know that right now, right here, I'm held and taken care of. And that's my dream and wish for you. Because from that place we can come from service. From that place we can begin to give rather than always take. I'm going to ask you every day to please do this abundance meditation for this week. To really sit down, get into your heart, and begin to create the feelings of abundance. To create the feeling of freedom. As though you already have it, as though you already got the $1 million in your bank, or the $5 million, or the $10 million in your bank. Imagine, just play with that. This is the quantum game. The more you do that, the more you feel it, the more it grows, the more it begins to attract to you. And finally, we're going to do an accountability partner. We're going to share and make sure that you're doing your homework. We've got the Facebook group where we're going to be sharing our ideas, questions. We've got our Tuesday night call where we're going to go over this again and have questions and answers. We're just going to go on one fun journey together. So excited to play with you guys. Thank you very much. God bless.